Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to request the Dean of the College of Business, Peace, Leadership and Governance to present the graduate of the university whom the Senate has certified as worthy to receive the honorary degree of the university, who is here present.
Chancellor Singh, I now present to you Mr. Timothy Keating for the conferment of the honorary degree of Doctor of Leadership and Governance, honoris causa, as approved by the Senate of Africa University. The citation on the conferment of the honorary degree is by Professor G. Menelik.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, Excellencies, invited guests, dear graduates, Makorokoto, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. An honorary doctorate degree is among the highest honors a university can bestow, and it is reserved for those who have achieved extraordinary distinction and have contributed in a very significant and transformational ways for the betterment of our world. One of those eminent personalities today with us is Mr. Timothy Keating. Timothy Keating joined Boeing in May 2008 and is Executive Vice President of Government Operations for the world's leading aerospace company. He is a member of the company's Executive Council. There, he leads the company's public policy efforts, including all U.S. liaison operations. He also leads the Boeing Global Fund Engagement organization that focuses on building a sustainable future for generations to come across the globe through innovation, empowerment, and education. Prior to joining Boeing, Keating was Senior Vice President, Global Government Relations for Honeywell International. In this position, he was responsible for leading Honeywell's company-wide government and international relations program, including in Belgium, China, India, Canada, around the world. Previously, Keating served as the chairman of the board and managing partner of Timmons and Company, one of Washington's most prestigious lobbying firms. There, from 1998 until he joined Honeywell in 2002, Keating worked closely with Congress, along with a wide range of CEOs, CFOs, and general counsels, in formulating and communicating public policy recommendations. In 1992, Keating served the Clinton administration as Special Assistant to the President and Staff Director for White House Legislative Affairs. At the request of the White House, he served as Director for Government Affairs and Co-Director of Credentials for the 1996 Democratic National Convention in Chicago. Keating again served as the Director of Government Affairs and Co-Director of Credentials for Presidential Inaugural Committee in 1997. In both 2000 and 2004, he served as Director of Government Affairs and Co-Director of Credentials for the Democratic National Convention in Los Angeles and Boston, respectively. Before joining the Clinton administration, Keating held several positions with the United States House of Representatives. Keating is a member of the CSIS Advisory Board, Board of Directors for the National Association of Manufacturers, and Board of Trustees for WITA, WTA. Keating is a graduate of the University of Scranton with a bachelor's degree in political science, and he has an honorary doctorate of business administration from the University of South Carolina and a second honorary doctorate of humanities from Medical University of South Carolina. He was born in Scranton, Pennsylvania. He and his wife Anne reside in McLean, Virginia. Excellencies, invited guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, please assist me and help me welcoming Mr. Timothy Keating. Mr. Keating, you are an eminent individual who has exhibited through distinction and leadership, governance, public policy design, and philanthropy. With intellect and imagination, you have shaped organizations and developed a strong connection with Africa to assist and develop the future Pan-African passenger and cargo network through your office in Kenya and South Africa. Your leadership achievement is, in this respect, is twofold. While demonstrating extraordinary talent for philanthropy and leadership, you have also shown a better version of networking Boeing with our continent Africa, one with respect, transparency, and modesty. You are a shining example of modern leadership, one that is based on ethics, care for others, and knowledge. For us in academia, you are a rare and outstanding example to combine transactional, transformational, and visionary elegances of leadership with scientific excellence and highest entrepreneurship. By exploring how to support individual growth and competence, and explicating theories that guide action and change, you have motivated generations of leaders to transform the practice of management and have proved extraordinary leadership. For your work, which is distinguished by a deep sense of stewardship for the welfare of our universe, Africa, and the future humanity, for reconceptualizing public policies and organizations, and for motivating countless airliners, aerospace scientists, and scholars to improve the effectiveness of organizations the world over. We are humbled by your accomplishments, inspired by your example, and honored to bestow in you the Doctor of Leadership and Governance.
humbly to say how honored I am to receive this honorary degree. And I'm not certain how I look, but I feel like I'm rocking the red up here, right? Thank you for this wonderful honor, and I look forward to addressing this class in just a few moments. Thank you.
The Chancellor of Africa University, Bishop David K. Yemba and Mrs. Yemba, the Honorable Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Science and Technology Development, Professor Amon Murwira, the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs, Manicaland Province, Honorable Monica Mchangwa, other government ministers here present, Honorable Minister Opam Chinguri, Honorable Minister Christopher Mshowe, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Higher and Tertiary Education, Science and Technology Development, Dr. Desire Sibanda, the Chairman of Africa University Board of Directors, Bishop Marcus Matthews, the Resident Bishop for the Zimbabwe Episcopal Area, Bishop Ibn Kaindi Watiwa, represented by Reverend Gurupira. Members of the Africa University Board of Directors here present, the Interim Deputy Vice Chancellor of Africa University, Professor Pamela Machakanja, distinguished keynote speaker and guest of honor, Mr. Timothy Kitten and Mrs. Kitten, Mambo Mutasa na vahosi, tinokutambirai, government officials here present, honorable members of parliament here present, provincial administrator for Manicaland province, the mayor of Mutare, Councillor Nemarare, the associate vice chancellor of Africa University, Dr. Jim Sally, the registrar, Mr. Yebet Njonga and Mrs. Njonga, the BESA, Ms. Irene Chibanda, Vice Chancellor Emeriti, Professor Kurewa and Mrs. Kurewa, Professor Murapa, and Professor Tagwira and Mrs. Tagwira, Vice Chancellors of sister universities, or their representatives here present. Your Excellencies, members of diplomatic community here present, members of the Africa University Senate, academic and administrative staff of Africa University, and the entire staff of Africa University. Graduating class of 2018, parents, guardians, and spouses of the graduates, Africa University alumni, Africa University students, invited guests, members of the media. I also want to recognize my wife, Zanele. Allow me at this stage to simply say all protocol observed. Greetings to you all. Makadini, Dumela, Dumelan, Sawubona, Tony, Abarikani, Bondia, and Bonjour. It is with great honor that I welcome you all to Africa University's 24th graduation ceremony, where this year we are graduating 616 students from our 3 colleges. 163 of our graduating class of 2018 are international students. 453 are national students. 309 are female students, and 307 are male. 23 of them are graduating with first-class degrees. Let's give them a hand. On behalf of our Chancellor, the Board of Directors and Management of Africa University, I say well done to each one of our graduates. And a big thank you to our faculty staff and other students. And more importantly, to our faculty, to parents, families, and sponsors here present, and those back at home who provided resources and support that saw you reach this far. Your achievement is the culmination of the efforts, support, and sacrifice of all those who walked this journey with you, both here at your institution, at your respective homes, and of the many individuals whose names you will never know, who gave of their gifts, moral and spiritual support. We therefore fully recognize and celebrate this day together with all those who helped you to make it to this stage of your academic life. Can we give them all a hand of applause? The graduating class of 2018 is a particularly special one to me. Most of you joined the university in 2014, the year that my wife and I joined this great institution. You are therefore the first class that I saw through from your first year as freshmen to your final year. And it gives me joy to witness your graduation. Let me take this opportunity to thank each one of you for your commitment to your university and for contributing to its vibrant life. All of us will miss each one of you, and Africa University will definitely be a different place without your contributions in the lecture rooms, in chapel, in sports, in campus communities, and in the different social groups and clubs where you participated. We take heart in knowing that wherever you go and whatever you go on to do, you will represent Africa University well. Africa University, your alma mater, is still a fairly young institution that has deliberately set for itself the ambitious goal to become a world-class university, a home of intellectual excellence, and a center of innovation and leadership development on our continent. It is for this reason that we continuously invest in the modernization and improvement of the living and learning spaces of our students. Our commitment to creating an environment that is conducive to teaching and learning, research and ideation of innovative solutions to our continent's perennial challenges remains unwavering. We are dedicated to transforming the mindset and academic culture of our university community in order to enable us to participate fully in the industrialization and modernization of our continent. Africa University is strongly involved in extension and community engagement work that includes soil testing for farmers, training and skills development for industry, government institutions, and public service practitioners. We are also busy upgrading and putting up infrastructure to improve the quality of student experience and to create academic environments that encourage creativity and innovation. The task of transforming our higher education, Mr. Chancellor, sir, cannot be successful without experts or super experts and infrastructure that facilitates cutting-edge applied research and drive innovation, technology, and knowledge transfer. We are therefore bringing on board at least 6 new experts through endowed chairs that we have already identified and funded in educational technology, health, agriculture, theology, computer science, and intellectual property. This will enhance our position as a top university and immensely enhance our teaching, research, and community engagement efforts. Our laboratories, Mr. Chancellor said, need retooling with modern equipment and technologies. Significant funding is required to support cutting-edge research and recruit more experts in STEM disciplines to drive the production of applied research and to facilitate the implementation of new curricula aligned with the direction of the continent's technological advancement and economic development. Our strong commitment to Africa's technological advancement and modernization motivated us to establish the I5 Hub, the first university-based innovation hub in Zimbabwe, which provides dynamic space for ideation, innovation, and incubation of business ideas that will contribute towards Africa's industrialization. You are leaving this institution to go into a world that demands continuous adaptation and innovation. I know that you will learn a lot of these things from our commencement speaker, Mr. Keating, and some of you already learned quite a lot from yesterday's engagement. Because his organization, the Boeing company, his passion for investing in the youth across the globe. And as the world's leading aerospace organization, innovation is at the core of what drives them. While the world has become smaller due to rapid innovations in information technologies that connect us at a distance, Boeing continues to make it smaller by bringing real people to each other, by flying them around. Mr. Chancellor said our colleges engaged in several research and community engagement activities in the past year. The College of Business, Peace, Leadership and Governance concluded 3 projects with the German-based Bread for the World organization. The college embarked on a collaborative multi-country research on resilience in the context of peace and development in Zimbabwe, Uganda, and Sierra Leone, which was funded by University of Ulster. We continue to answer to the call for peace on our continent, and in the past year we conducted a training course on negotiation and mediation with the support of our Swiss partners, and a workshop on women in negotiation, mediation and nation building, supported by the Africa Peace Building Network. The Child Rights Center in our College of Social Sciences, Theology, Humanities and Education is now fully established with support from UNICEF, and the child rights research, advocacy and programming are all underway. Our College of Health, Agriculture and Natural Sciences is collaborating with Zimbabwe Assistance Program in Malaria, USAID, VectorLink and the Ministry of Health and Child Care in carrying out molecular entomology surveillance and research in efforts to fight malaria, which has remained deadly disease in our communities. Mr. Chancellor said, we recently established a specialized references sector here on campus through this partnership. The Africa University Clinical Research Center is engaged in a 12-month research on acceptability, feasibility, and effectiveness of the HIV self-testing intervention among the youth. This study will inform the Ministry of Health, Child Care, and the nation at large on the uptake by young adults from higher learning institutions and influence policy in this area. We are now taking our restructuring thrust into the area of academic programs, where we are carrying out comprehensive review of program structures and course offerings. The university believes in training and developing a total person with a deep understanding of our Pan-African identity and heritage, and grounded in strong Christian values. Our commitment to developing morally and ethically grounded leaders for Africa and the world remains strong and unshakable. We continue to ground our programs and activities in research that leads to innovations and technological solutions to Africa's pressing problems. We want curricula that strengthens our capacity to produce graduates who are transformative and impactful, adaptive and innovative, ethical and techno-savvy. As we boldly march towards our vision to be a world-class institution, we have embraced online teaching and learning to broaden student access to a Pan-African education. We have set up the necessary infrastructure for this exciting and innovative mode of teaching and learning, and we have embarked on the relevant training for our faculty. Our university maintains its strong support for students through our financial aid and scholarship programs. In the past year, Mr. Chancellor said, we awarded scholarships to 550 students, including 5 students pursuing PhD studies. And these scholarships and financial aid include STEM students. The university supported these students to the tune of more than $2.2 million, and we are grateful to our partners and friends, the United Methodist Church and the Africa University Development Office, for availing these resources. We have intensified our efforts to establish a state-of-the-art sporting and recreational facilities, starting with refurbishing our sport field and the ongoing construction of an Olympic standard swimming pool, which will be complete in 2 months. Construction of a student union building and a residential hostel will commence before the next academic year opens in August, thanks to gifts from Highland Park United Methodist Church. We were able to retile and repaint the dining hall, and plans are underway to refurbish and retool the kitchen. Mr. Chancellor said, I'm glad to report that we replaced all beds in our student residential halls, and we are now in the process of replacing the other furniture and refurbishing all our halls of residence. The university purchased the 2 buses, one 30-seater bus and one 65-seater bus in the year under review. These investments demonstrate our commitment to providing a world-class staff and student experience that befits an environment that is conducive to learning, research, and innovation. As we continue to review our processes and reflect on the way we operate, I am happy to announce that we will be finalizing the implementation of our new enterprise resource planning ERP system in August this year. This system which we already piloted from our March 2018 intake, will facilitate integration of an end-to-end management of the institution's processes and procedures, including integrating our student academic management processes from application through admission, registration, progression, right up to graduation and alumni activities. This will bring convenience to our students and staff, who will be able to apply for and register for their programs virtually from anywhere, and to access key university services online, including online fee payment. We deeply cherish our relationship with our partners and note the increased number of partnerships that we established in the past year. Our evolving relationship with surrounding cities and towns has opened opportunities for the university to offer services and its expertise to assist these local authorities while learning from that experience. The university has also signed a memorandum of understanding with the ZESA and the Chartered Institute of Customer Management as affiliates. We recently signed an agreement with the Ministry of Higher and Tertiary Education, Science and Technology Development in the area of intellectual property awareness. We are very grateful, Honorable Minister. Mr. Chancellor, I am pleased to report that the university extended its partnership with Y.ohannes, ARIPO, and the government of Japan to provide scholarships, internships, and other resources to Masters in Intellectual Property students. We are excited to have established a comprehensive partnership with Claflin University, a UMC-related institution in South Carolina in the United States of America. We continue to be grateful to the UMC for its continued support and to all our partners here present for the rich relationships that we enjoy and those we are developing. Mr. Chancellor said we recently hosted ambassadors and their representatives from 9 European countries who came to learn more about the university and to explore opportunities for partnership. Indeed, as the popular mantra goes these days, Africa University is open for business. Our students participated in a wide range of activities during the past year. 2 groups of our students represented the university at the House competitions in Uganda and Singapore, while our debate team participated in competitions in Cameroon, where they did us proud, and in the POSB National Inter-University Debate competitions, where they won gold. In sports, let's give them a hand. In sports, our teams scooped 23 medals in the Zimbabwe University Sports Games at national level. Our swimmers brought home 10 gold medals. If you can imagine, before we had a swimming pool, what's going to happen when we have a swimming pool? Meanwhile, our staff teams won 14 medals from university staff competitions held in South Africa. The investment that we are making in improving our sports facilities will see more students and staff accessing high-quality sports facilities to enhance their competitiveness. The activities and achievements recorded in the year under review would not have been possible without the gifts and prayers from our friends and partners and throughout the United Methodist Church connection. It is through this unwavering support that African University has remained a beacon of hope, nurturing young minds and raising leaders for our continent. Indeed, Africa University is God's project and is poised to thrive and grow as we move into the future. Our innovative programs stimulating teaching and learning environments, offer unique opportunities for interacting with the diverse students and staff population and adequate and appropriate resources and technologies that support high-impact learning, teaching, and risk. These are valuable assets that we will continue to cherish and invest in to maintain this institution at the leading edge. Africa University's quest for excellence has not escaped the attention of broader community, as testified by several institutional awards received in the year under review. The university received the Outstanding Training Institution of the Year award at the Mega Fest holdings Awards in March 2018. In addition, we received the CEO of the Year Award, while our interim Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Pamela Machakanja, was awarded the Woman Manager of the Year in the MegaFest Eastern Region Awards category. Africa University also took first position in the higher education category at the Service in Excellence Awards conducted by the Contact Center Association of Zimbabwe in October 2017, beating 5 other nominees in that category. In March 2018, the university scooped the University of the Year and the Vice Chancellor of the Year awards from the Zimbabwe Leadership Awards. Internationally, we are glad to report that Africa University was awarded the Africa Leadership Academic Excellence Award at the 3rd Africa Educational Institutions of Excellence Showcase held in Washington, D.C. in April 2018. These awards and recognition are made possible by all your efforts and the continuous support and valuable feedback that we get from our students, from our parents and partners, and the commitment of our management and staff to continuously improve our service delivery. I therefore want to thank all of you for such efforts and urge you to continue supporting us. Your commitment, perspective, and concern are well appreciated. To our students and student leaders, I want to thank you for remaining faithful to our call for excellence and for keeping our management team focused on your needs as students. Your input was valuable and helped us to improve our systems. Thank you. I welcome you, the graduating class of 2018, to the Africa University alumni family and to a new relationship with your university. You will be joining a distinguished Pan-African network of over 8,000 alumni, serving in positions of leadership throughout the world. I invite each of you to remain actively engaged with the university through the Alumni Association and encourage you to support your university by volunteering in your areas of interest and expertise, by mentoring students, and or by making an annual gift to support student scholarships. As I conclude my remarks, let me again say congratulations, Makorokoto Amklope, to our graduating class of 2018. In whatever you do and wherever life takes you, always remember to give thanks to God, through whom all things are possible. I therefore leave you with my favorite scripture. God gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. I thank you.
May I at this time invite Ms. M.A. Adriano, who is representing the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Higher and Tertiary Education, Science and Technology Development, to introduce the Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Science and Technology Development, and invite him to make some remarks.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
I have pleasure to introduce Professor Amon Murira, the Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Science and Technology Development. Professor Amon Murira is a full professor and an academic luminary with an illustrious academic career. He holds a BA honors in geography from the University of Zimbabwe, an MSc in geoinformation science and satellite earth observation from the International Institute of Geoinformation Science and Earth. He also holds a PhD in geoinformation science and satellite earth observation from Menelik University. Professor Murira's key qualifications in aerospace, earth observations, and remote sensing. He also has geography, information science, and global satellite navigation systems, unmanned aerial vehicle, remote sensing, and earth observation for resource detection. He also holds a qualification in water resources management, application in land, agriculture and forestry, spatial information acquisition and management, and vulnerability analysis, near real-time cellular geodata collection systems, climate science and modeling. Professor Murira has been a board member in key institutions such as Research Council of Zimbabwe, Aviation Authority of Zimbabwe, Forestry Commission, Minerals Marketing Corporation of Zimbabwe, the Mining Promotion Corporation of Zimbabwe, and the University of Zimbabwe. He has been a council member with the University of Zimbabwe, and to date, Professor Amon Murira is a fellow of the Zimbabwe Academy of Sciences, the Survey Institute of Zimbabwe, and the African Association of Remote Sensing of the Environment. He is also a board member in that area. Okay, may I take pleasure to introduce him to the graduation ceremony of African University. Professor Murira.
Very good morning to you all. I'm very happy to be here. The Chancellor of Africa University, Bishop David Yemba and Mrs. Yemba, the Chairman of Africa University Board of Directors, Bishop Marcus Matthews, the Vice Chancellor of Africa University, Professor Munashe Furusa and Mrs. Furusa, government officials and service chiefs here present, honorable ministers who are here present, members of the diplomatic corps, the resident bishop of Zimbabwe Episcopal area of the United Methodist Church, Bishop Eben Niwatiwa and Mrs. Niwatiwa, members of Africa University Board of Directors, Africa University founding chancellors emeritus, Professor Wesley Kurewa and Mrs. Kurewa, Africa University Emeritus, Vice Chancellor Emeritus, Professor Rukudzo Murapa and Mrs. Murapa, Professor Fanu Tagwira and Mrs. Tagwira, members of Africa University Executive Cabinet and Vice Chancellor's Cabinet, and Senate here present, Mambo Mutasa, distinguished guests, donors, invited guests, allow me to say all protocol observed. I am very pleased to be here, Chancellor, because knowledge is the only weapon that we can use to develop this world. Knowledge to graduates, I always say knowledge is the ability to be humble enough to admit the existence of ignorance. And knowledge by nature is the ability to learn. I believe Africa and the world is on the move. And it's on the move through Africa University. And I will motivate why I say so. Most universities are at University 1.0, which means they are teaching universities. Some universities are at 2.0. It means they teach and they research. Most universities now are at 3.0, which means they teach, they research, they do community service. Africa University was the first university in Zimbabwe to move to University 4.0, which means thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It means it teaches, it does research, it does community service, and it's involved in industrialization and innovation. That is the university of the future. That is the university that inspires us, and that the university that we want to emulate as we move into the 21st century. This makes me very happy to officiate at this Africa University 4.0 as the Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Science and Technology Development. Our graduates should tell us what they can do for us. Using skills they would have acquired in universities, not telling us what to do, or not us telling them what to do. Graduates that we want are those graduates who have the ability to assess and utilize opportunities offered by the world around them. That ability to change and to apply new skills to the new paradigm. I am talking about graduates that come from the University System 4.0. Learning, ladies and gentlemen, does not stop because you have graduated. Graduation to me means that you have now the ability to know the existence of ignorance. Therefore, it's a step Thank you. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, learning does not stop because you have graduated. Actually, learning starts there. Graduation is a step along the way of lifetime learning, and as I said before, knowledge is the ability to identify and admit ignorance and therefore be able to learn. Ultimately, continuous upskilling should feel like a habit rather than a chore. The next decade, ladies and gentlemen, will belong to a hybrid professional people with qualifications for traditional roles running in parallel with new and emerging skill sets, combined with strong soft skills. And soft skills are at Africa University with your peace and governance. You should prepare for the future world of work and ensure your skills remain relevant and in demand. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to continue by motivating my point. What type of education system do we want in Zimbabwe, in Africa, and in the world? I want to make a proposition. My proposition is called IPP. We want an education system that realizes the potential of its people through IPP, which means innovate, protect, and prosper. And I think this is what is happening at Africa University through the Innovation Hub. It's only when you innovate and you protect the intellectual property that you can prosper as an institution, as a country, as Africa and the world. Our education system, ladies and gentlemen, should bring hope through its products. Let universities be places of hope, for without hope we can't move. At large, the ministry's mega vision for Africa is to consciously construct Africa's future, a future that Africa desires, a future that is desired by its people through an education system which converts knowledge into goods and services. For knowledge that cannot be converted into goods and services is not knowledge that is useful at all. We want knowledge that we use to construct our future through the services that we provide and through the goods that emanate from the skills. You are the people, as graduates, where Africa has put its hope, where the world is putting its hope. Therefore, do not wait for an imaginary being to lead you, because there's nobody in front of you. There are people at the back waiting to be led to a promising land. We want graduates who provide hope and provide solution to the continent and the world.